A lot of people like Pinot Noir, especially people that are transitioning from white to red wines because there's usually a little more acidity. Let's give this a go. My name's Matthew Horkey. For the last 6 years, I've been traveling around the world tasting thousands of wines per year in search of the most unique, exciting, and expensive bottles on the planet. But today, I'm tasting Aldi Wine, under $10 a bottle. Aldi is a German company. It's known as a discount supermarket. And in addition to picking up groceries on a budget, you can also pick up wine on a budget. Personally, I feel like you can get better wine in the Aldis in Europe, especially in Germany where it's from, than you can in the USA, because Aldi has a lot of contracts out there with some European cooperatives, a lot more inexpensive, higher quality wines, so you can get some pretty decent bottles. I know even in Germany they're trying to step up their wine game, and they even have more expensive bottles. I remember when I was there last time looking at the catalog. I don't have tons of experience with Aldi in the USA. I don't go there often. But for this video I went out and picked out 5 wines that all come in at under $10 a bottle. Let's see if these wines are really worth your Alexander Hamilton. First up, we have a sparkling wine. This is the Burlwood Cellars Brut Sparkling Wine. It says naturally fermented. It was $4.99. I have no idea if this is made in the champagne method, which I would expect that's not at a wine that's that cheap. Wines that are made in the champagne method need to undergo a second fermentation in the bottle, which is expensive. It takes a lot more labor, takes more storage, need more equipment. There are other methods where you can make sparkling wine where you can get that second fermentation in a big tank, so that's a little bit more cost effective. Ah, this is interesting. A resealable top. Okay, let's give it a go here. Everybody loves to drink sparkling wine. It's a great beverage to open the meal with, open the party with as an aperitif. Let's give this a go. I have no idea what the grape breakdown is. It doesn't say. All I know is the grapes are from California. Sorry, at first this is my first wine of the day, so the bubbles really got to me at first. It smells like a kind of an artificial candied apple type of flavor. Kind of green apple Jolly Rancher, kind of a candied type of nose. You see, it was quite frothy when I opened up, so I don't think that this is a champagne method sparkler, and the bubbles died really quickly. Right now, there's no bubbles whatsoever. We'll see how it is. So here's the thing. This is the type of wine where the bubbles have just died completely. There's no finish on the wine. In fact, the wine just finishes, and I just feel like a harsh alcohol type of flavor. Almost like when you're drinking cheap spirits. The fruit is completely gone. All you're left is with a burn in your mouth. I think that you can do a lot better for a sparkling wine to open up the day. Even a cheap Prosecco is going to bring a lot more pleasure than this. Definitely do not recommend. Next up, we have the Fancy Flock Sauvignon Blanc 2019. This is made from grapes from Spain. There are a few New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs there at the Aldi I went to, but I thought, hey, let's try something a little bit different. Personally, I feel like it's really hard to find a bad Sauvignon Blanc. Even the inexpensive ones tend to be okay. So if you're buying a cheaper wine, you want to go with something that's a little safer. I think Sauvignon Blanc a lot of the times is a good choice. Let's see how this is, though. Sauvignon Blanc is usually not associated with Spain, although there's some beautiful ones in regions like Rueda. Let's give it a go. With Sauvignon Blanc, you usually expect real pungent flavors, a lot of kiwi fruit, real explosive type of flavors. This was $3.99. Oh. This smells rotten. This smells like a rotten wine, rotten fruit. It smells like nail polish and paint thinner and rotten melon. Oh man. This is going to be a tough episode, and I'm not trying to be stopped, but there are a lot of better choices that you can make with your $3.99, or just spend a little bit more money to get something better than this. This is a terrible. I wouldn't even push this on somebody that I don't like. I think this is an awful wine, rotten, almost tastes faulty, and I don't know why people would buy this, so please don't. Save yourself the trouble. Don't buy that. My goodness. Next up, we have the Winking Owl White Zinfandel from California. Winking Owl is the exclusive Aldi brand. I think it's made by Gallo. All we know here is the grapes are from California, and it's sweet. Let's give this a go. White Zinfandel actually came about by an accident. Zinfandel is a red grape, and there was a fermentation mistake, and it was sweet. And you know what? People liked it, so they kept making it. I'm not a big fan of White Zinfandel, which is actually always pink. It's not white. I am also a little bit scared. The Winking Owl wines from Aldi are $2.95 a bottle. Let's go. This is really off-putting. Wow. It smells like Jolly Rancher, cherry candy, and paint. A little bit of this kind of rotten strawberry type of flavor. Oh. Okay. And the palate's a little bit better than the nose, but still not good at all. It just basically tastes like sweetened fruit juice. There are people that like this type of flavor, so you know, for $2.95, if you want to get pounded, you buy a few bottles of this. I guess it's okay. I don't know, for me to recommend that to you, it's not something I'm going to do. Not a great wine at all. Let's see if we can get redeemed by the Reds here. So we have the Storm Chaser. This is a 2019 red blend from Columbia Valley, Washington. $7.99. I chose a Washington wine because I think in general, Washington, you're going to get a little bit more value than from California. This does not have a grape breakdown, but I'm guessing, judging by what kind of grapes are grown in Washington, we're going to think maybe Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, maybe even some Rhone grapes in here. Let's give this a go. This is one of the more expensive wines in Aldi, especially this one, both this one and the Pinot Noir I have coming up here. Let's give this a smell. Ooh, this is going to be a rough day, I think. This just smells like alcohol, like the alcohol comes through a lot. You know, wine does have alcohol, but the thing about really good wine is it shouldn't dominate the nose. On the nose, you should pick up the fruit flavors, the complexity, if the wine was aged in the barrel a little bit. The alcohol shouldn't stick out. This smells like chemical, plum, maybe some kind of cherry juice, rubber. It doesn't smell good at all. There are no flavor. There's some tannin. There's no flavor here at all. It's just alcohol. All the fruit completely disappears. You can do a lot better with your $7.99. I'm going to have to give this, again, a hard pass. Coming up the rear, let's see if this wine can save the show. This is the William Wright Pinot Noir from Monterey County, 2019. $9.99. It had a sticker that said 94 points on it. So let's see. $9.99 Pinot Noir, 94 points. We shall see. In general, I think it's really difficult to make high quality Pinot Noir at such a low price point. I'm always quite skeptical of Pinot Noir that's a little bit cheaper, except in one of the previous videos I did where I was really impressed with one that was $10.99. I'm hoping that this will be the same because we need something to save this episode. A lot of people like Pinot Noir, especially people that are transitioning from white to red wines because there's usually a little more acidity, softer tannins, usually easier to drink. They're real delicate type wines. Let's give this a go. Again, with all of these wines, except the sparkling wine, which still was not good, they have a real chemical, like paint thinner type of smell, which is something that I would associate, if I smell with a wine, something I would associate with like an industrial wine, a wine that's not of higher quality. Maybe, you know, a Frankenstein wine, a wine made in a lab. That's what this smells like. Yeah. Oh. I didn't want to be snobby about this episode. I was hoping that we could find a pretty decent wine for under $10, but nothing here was really to my liking. Like, I understand that not everybody can afford or wants to buy a more expensive bottle of wine, but my goodness, if you're paying up to $10, I think that you can do a lot better than what's here in front of me. I literally would not recommend any one of these wines to you. I don't think I would even pass these off on people that I don't like. Really, that's how much I dislike these wines. If you've got $10 to spend, really, go to a local wine shop, ask the clerk, see if they have anything good under $10, because there are some really nice wines out there that you can get for an Alexander Hamilton, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen at Aldi. So let me know, do you think I was too harsh? Do you buy wines from Aldi? Do you have any favorite wines from Aldi? I'd like to know in the comments below. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. Ugh.